there is corruption, Mr. Chair, we are talking of corruption of the grandest kind. Yung mga nagdaang issue at aligasyon ng korupsyon, mani lang sa daang bilyong pondong tinangay sa mga ghost flood control projects. The effects are no less grand in their severity. The past July monsoon and tropical cyclones affected over 4.67 million individuals, displaced more than 309,000, damaged 2,975 homes and 310 infrastructure facilities, killing at least 26 people. These are not mere statistics. We are talking of an estimated 4.85 billion pesos in infrastructure losses and 712.4 million pesos in agricultural damage, not to mention the unquantifiable cost of human life. Beyond these numbers, the anomalies and failures of flood control are worth looking into because of a simple reality. Sana po nakikinig ang mga kontraktor, ang mga politiko na sangkot dito. Kapag palpak ang flood control, ang ordinaryong Pilipino ang unang nasasaktan. Kapag bumaha, di naman ang mga mayayamang engineer o mga politikong senador o congressman o mga kontraktor na nakatira sa kanilang mansyon o gumagamit ng dose-dose ng mamahaling SUVs ang naghihirap. Ang naghihirap po ay tayong mga manggagawa at ordinaryo. Tayo ang mas madaling nagkakasakit, mas madaling nasisira ang bahay. If the state fails in guaranteeing adequate protection from natural disasters, it is failing in its basic duty to protect the most disenfranchised in our society. Ghost projects, kickbacks, substandard engineering, ang dami na pong pangalan. No matter the form it takes, we are asking to end this vicious cycle of incompetence and corruption. We are insisting that every death linked to flooding is a preventable death. The oversight function of Congress compels us to ensure that the executive is performing its duties in service of the Constitution, which asks us to protect the right of the people to a balanced and healthful ecology and reduce social, economic, and political inequalities. Kung may kailangang managot, Mr. Chair, panagutin po natin kahit sino pa po sila. If we wish to restore the trust of the people in our government and its institutions, we are compelled to act and to act now. Looking forward, Mr. Chair, we hope that this is the beginning of a conversation about climate resilience and the reforms necessary to equip all Filipinos as we brace for worsening natural disasters. May we start at accountability and end with foresight.